It's backwards.
And we are live.
We're live.
We're live.
Ah! This hair is gonna bug me the whole time.
Live from New York City. It's
from
Fort Mitchell, Alabama. It's Saturday night.
It is Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do these on Saturdays that often, do we? Let's see what Patreon members join us.
Let's go.
Hi, Aaron. Yee, thanks for coming. Josh.
Woo-hoo.
Woo! Y'all are finding your way here. I know this time was a little different, having a super secret link for all people on our Patreon.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's Saturday. We have had a busy Saturday. Busy Saturday.
Do I look tired? Because I feel tired. It's been busy.
It started at about, 5 a.m.?
5
a.m. Dogs were like, it's time to get up. Mom, Dad, time to get up. Work stuff. Chores. Work stuff. Other meetings.
What kind of work stuff?
A lot of work stuff.
What kind of work stuff did you have?
The stuff with the leadership.
Oh,
stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, some court class stuff too.
Yeah, busy day. We filmed stuff.
We did film some things.
So.
We have more stuff. Like it's a long weekend. Hi Dawn. It's a long weekend, but like it's actually a weekend where we're just spending time working, not at our full-time job. We're working on other things, right? Your lighting. Dawn, thanks for coming. We're super stoked to have people here.
It's the first time we've ever done this.
It's the first time we've ever done a excuse me, a Patreon member only live stream. So if you guys are the only 3 that are here, that's great. That's fine.
More questions. I mean, the more questions, the better. Because you guys are a very select group that we love having, and your guys' support means an absolute ton to us. So we want to make sure that we answer all your questions that you could possibly have. HHN, OI meetups, park stuff.
What we know about DreamWorks Land, the cinematic stuff that's coming, all of it. Like there's a lot happening. I mean, if you haven't noticed this last week, all of the announcements for HHN, like there's a lot going on and coming up at Universal. So if there are questions, throw them in the chat. We are here to answer all the questions you have, both Universal and personal, if you want. Yeah, we don't care. Send it. But we just want to check in, see how things are going. And then we also have an awesome giveaway to do at the end of this. It's not just this hat. There's other things as well. But somebody that's on this call will get
something fun.
Some things sent to you. And we'll be doing I don't want to say drawing, but we'll be selecting a person that'll be random. Yeah, at the end of this. So hey, woo! The OI meetup, get the OI meetup in February. Yes. Go ahead.
February meetup's a great time.
It's like the perfect weather.
Usually it's during Mardi Gras, so that's a lot of times on a concert weekend too. So you'll get access to the concert and then have additional time at the meetup. Now that does come with pros and cons.
Ben gets annoyed about the concert night sometimes because it pushes some of the food, free food later. Back a little bit later. But we personally really loved our February OI meetups.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Any of the OI meetups, like the June one's gonna be toasty, but any meetup that you can go to. How do you guys feel about an August?
I was gonna say, like, First off, the August meetup was just announced, right? So like that is on the docket for August 9th and 10th. But then also, I don't know if it's still open to or not, but if you are on the OI email list, there is like a drawing going on where if you text like Taylor Strickland, you can get entered into a drawing to win like $1,000. So of course we both text him. But if you haven't done that, go do that. Like if you need the email, we'll forward you the email so you have the details, but like enter in the drawing because
$1,000 Orlando Informer ticket or $1,000 gift card would pay for a 2-night OI meetup. Like I would pay for both of us.
Yeah. Like so of course
both nights.
And in fact, I don't think Big John's on yet. But like we needed to remind him to enter into it too.
And it's an Orlando Informer gift card, so you can get like Universal tickets. You can get like you can book hotels. Like it's not just the meetups. So that $1,000 can get spent however you want.
It's like cash for Universal. It's cool.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard about that, go enter into it. If you have questions about it, let us know.
The August meetup sounds way too hot for this New Yorker.
Ah,
yeah. That's so we were just walking the dogs prior, and if you can hear Lando just barking his head off downstairs, we apologize.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about how hot it's always a shocker, like when we go down for HHN, how just hot it is in the mornings, and it takes us a day or so to adjust to
I'm bumping the table with my arms.
Adjust to the heat and humidity again. And that's even coming from Fort Mitchell, Alabama, where it's already steamy.
Like, was it about 80 out for our walk with the dogs?
Like 82,
and we were going like, oh my God, it's so toasty. It's gonna be, it's so humid. It's like walking through soup. It is. Yeah. It's a lot. But February meetup. That's where it's, or if you like Christmas time, November, December meetup. In fact, my mom just hit us up this week saying like, yeah, we're in for the December meetup. And I guess I had mentioned it on our last live.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. So that wasn't really on our to-do list originally. Like we'll go to the November meetup, but I was kind of joking, trying to get them to just
the December meetup. Even any of the winter meetups are great because like there's opportunities to meet the Grinch.
Oh, your head and my head went to. I was like, you can wear a jacket at the November meetup.
I mean, that's true too, but
the Grinch,
yes. Like the Grinch, this year got up to like 520 minutes or something like that, and it was just like. At an OI meetup, like you're gonna wait like 10 minutes.
When we were at the mini meetup, literally we caught the Grinch when he was walking out, and then we just went and talked with him for the first like 5 minutes that he was there to do photo ops. And it was 2 days later when the Grinch meet and greets were getting to be an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5, and we're just
5 hours.
We just saw him within minutes. So very cool. We were there on mid-August last year. We used our tips about going early and taking breaks in the afternoons. Yes. Primo. And in fact, because this is a private YouTube video, we can talk a little bit about one of our upcoming videos. So one of the things that we're going to film while we're at the parks here in June, because it's going to be so hot, we talk a lot about those tips that we give people of like, go to your room midway through the day, drink lots of water, use AC, do all of these things. And we do that from the idea of like maintaining your stasis, your homeostasis, and go ahead.
Yeah, we're kind of like alluding to the whole setup of the video, which is whatever. Yeah. But we call stasis basically maintaining your homeostasis of like keeping a level head, like doing what you can to keep a level head.
AKA Aubrey doesn't freak out partway through the day because she is too hot and tired.
And you get to be a poopy panda when your stasis gets thrown.
One of the videos that you guys can expect to see here probably early summertime is basically how to keep your stasis, and very similar idea. But in the heat of the day, we will be filming that one. On Pins and Needles, waiting for the December meetup. Oop, it just jumped up over it. Ticket to go on sale. I feel like August announcement pushed it back. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if because the August tickets go on sale. Is it the 30th?
May 30th, yeah.
I think you'll expect like midsummer for those to go on sale.
Probably. Because usually they came out pretty soon after June, but with August being
they're going to go on sale while we're on our family vacation.
But the August will get to see all the summer stuff, which will be really cool. The August meetup, which like you'll see the drone show. And I'm
still keeping my fingers crossed that for the June meetup, hopefully they're doing all of these previews for pass holders and team members and media. I'm hoping that for the June meetup, they might let people for the meetup go to DreamWorks Land.
Like, what do you guys think about DreamWorks so far? Like, we know you guys stay in the loop. We know.
Yeah.
Like, let us know. Like, what do you guys think? What do we need to try?
Swamp,
what do we need to try?
Kung
what do
Fu
we need
Panda
to make
area,
sure that we see?
Trolls. We have to ride the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
We got to see our people dance. More people.
A lot of our friends that used to dance in Mel's are now dancing in a different space within the DreamWorks land. Taylor said something about dropping by DreamWorks during the meetups to see if attractions are. See, like I have hope.
It's a possibility.
We were talking just a bit ago about how at the February meetup they added in the additional Mardi Gras food, right? And so having some specialty things going on at the meetup with the event that's going on at that time. Well, the event that's happening right now is DreamWorks Land is coming, and it should be open soon in June.
And it's like,
what great timing.
It was also like the November meetup when we took your parents, because the Hogwarts Light Show was going.
Yeah, even when the light show wasn't.
Even though it was officially not going during normal park operations, like it was still going on during the meetup, which was really cool.
I don't think that they will have any of the summertime happenings like Cinematic or the Hogwarts new light show always. But I do think DreamWorks it's close. It's close. Yeah. Like if they're handing out Shrexels, I'm gonna be a happy camper.
Definitely looks like fun. It does. Like I think again, Universal crushed the details, and that's really what throws it over the top.
Right.
For Universal is just all the details, like Pinocchio, like all the signs that are like sarcastic and and funny, like Shrek would be.
The ogre dryer.
Yeah, the ogre dryer versus the people dryer.
It is opening June 14th, so like a week early. I think it's doable, and especially with all of the stuff that people are currently posting about DreamWorks Land with the previews they're being able to provide. I think it's possible. I think it's doable.
Right, a farting slide. I'm in.
It farts.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I'm in. I'm gonna get stuck in it, but that's just kind of what happens with me in slides, and
that's excellent.
They'll fart me out.
That makes me so happy. Okay, let's see. The Swamp Snack reviews, the Shrek Popsicle, looks delicious, and they said to avoid the green cheese. So yes, I have looked at a number of things. I have heard good things about both the green cheese and the Shrexel. The Swamp Dog, meh.
I'll try.
Reminds me a lot of the Kong Dog.
Yep.
The Trolls, I guess they're ice cream. It's like a soft serve ice cream with the hair, you know?
The hair thing.
It wasn't the huckleberry flavor of, I'm forgetting the troll's name. The sad troll. The gray one.
Yeah.
Anyway, his flavor is like huckleberry, and then Poppy's is like a lemonade, pink lemonade, strawberry lemonade. That one was the good one, I was told. The Shrek popsicles look really interesting to me. They look really cute when they're out of the packaging. I do find it really interesting that they're prepackaged.
Yeah.
Like it's okay that they're prepackaged, but at the same point, I'm like, that's kind of surprised me.
That waffle thing.
Really good, the far a waffle.
Far a waffle.
I'm not a big waffle person, but
I'll try it. I'll try most things though. So.
But like I'm glad that they added a waffle, like donkey and waffle and all of that. So I'm curious about the food. None of it makes me go, oh, I have to have that. But like, it's worth trying. I'll try it. Especially if it's free.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see like the Kung Fu Panda area. Just because it does, and it looks so much different than the Curious George like play area with the balls and the water and all that. It's just so different. I don't know how I feel about the screens, but the interactiveness with Poe is going to be really fun.
I will say, like, the area looks really well done. Kung Fu Panda has not been a movie that I watched a ton of. I want to say growing up, but I feel like it came out when we were like in college. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like older. Yeah, because it wasn't one that I watched. Like, I remember Shrek being on repeat if we had a substitute teacher back in the day. And Kung Fu Panda, it's cute. Jack Black is hilarious. I'm interested in how much I'll like this space just due to, like, it's just not as near and dear to my heart. But I love Trolls. So it could go either way.
John.
I will be ringing that giant gong.
Oh, of course. John, I need a clown house to happen at HHN for real. John, you will be at Point Man during HHN quite a bit, but so you better be ready.
Yeah, they're going to come at you, John. The scare actors will be coming to scare you. Be ready.
We'll get to HHN, I'm sure, during this live stream.
I can't wait to find out the HHN food.
Nope, we're already there. HHN. Let's
hope we get a Goblin Tavern.
Ooh.
That's a fun idea.
That'd be fun. Especially around that house. They do tend to do stuff like that. So
I think the HHN food theming, especially with all of the original houses so far this year, could be very interesting. I think they've been leveling up their game as far as the food theming year after year after year. I wonder if this year, just like last year, they'll do kind of a preview of the food. I wish we lived close enough to go down in August to be able to go and do the food preview ahead of time. But they're already doing behind the screens tours
in the middle of
August, which
crazy.
I actually Aloha and I were messaging a little bit on Instagram this week. I think he had put a comment on one of our posts about thinking like the original houses that they've announced are probably most of the houses that they will do for those behind the screens tours because they are done ahead of time. But I think the theming will be great. Like, I think the food will be great. It's going to be so fun. I'm curious if they'll be able to top the Blutter Burger from last year as far as like the looks of it. Like,
maybe
how grammable is this food, you know?
Plus, they could use the like Canada booth from Mardi Gras for like that Goblin Tavern look.
Oh yeah.
And so like it wouldn't be so far fetched to like kind of reuse that facade.
If they do, now I'm going to notice it. And I'm like, they
That's Canada.
It. Yeah. And there's poutine in it.
Poutine. What poutine?
Goblin poutine.
Oh, goblin curds.
That's what I was going to say.
They're green.
Ew. The Butterbeer Ice Pop did look like it was packaged better. It's not going to be there when we're there. It's supposed to go away.
They're going to keep it.
I hope
it was so late. It was so late.
But they pushed Butterbeer season back. If it's there, I'll be buying one. You can promise. Like, I'll promise you that. But Kung Fu Panda looks like Turtle Talk with Crush at Disney World. Yep. I could see that. I could see that.
You so totally rock, dude.
Right. One area that I'm really excited is, I don't know what it's called, but I know it has to do with Shrek, and they've got like the Frog King, his father-in-law, and then they've got frogs all over, and then they have lily pads, and I have to imagine that the lily pads, just like if Jurassic, you step on them,
came Jurassic,
like frogs are croaking or something.
They sing. Yeah, they sing.
I mean, that won't scare me as much as Jurassic Park space does, but I'm excited to go and play on those. So yeah, so I've heard both good and not so good stuff about the Butterbeer Ice Lolly. Some people absolutely rave about it and think that now that's the best butterbeer option. Others think that they get a little too strong of like a coconut oil sense to it based off of there is coconut oil in it on the exterior. But I'd say the majority of people I've talked to loved the Ice Lolly. So gotta say that the guy playing Poe in Disney DreamWorks land. I'm so used to.
He does. He really does. Like we were watching Taylor Strickland's live stream when he went over there, and he does sound a lot like Jack Black. Like, so whoever casted him, or AI, because AI can do that nowadays. That it's spot on.
What other questions do you guys have for us?
We're going to just start talking HHN stuff.
Or we are going to just talk about HHN stuff. John, what questions do you have about HHN?
So what do you guys think John needs to experience during HHN?
We have our thoughts, 3 first-timers that might be joining us, one of them being John.
One of them being John.
And I want them to have the best time ever. I already know what I think they need to do, but I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts of like, what would you recommend to a first timer when going to HHN?
What house is on your hype list? Top of your hype list for right now?
Me? I have my list down here of the 6 that have been announced. I think the Triplets of Terror is the one that gives me the willies the most. Taken after
Zombie Chris said the same thing.
Really? It's interesting because I've also seen people that have posted and think that it's going to be like super campy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't get that.
It's like a birthday party that went wrong.
I get that. I get the vibe of like, I'm going to die. Here are the 3 things that are going to kill me.
Gives it, like, I think you said this when it first came out, was that it really gave Strangers vibes.
Which I have not watched that movie, but there's time.
There's time. There is time. So I'm mixed on it though.
We did just watch the Monsters of Latin America from Hollywood this morning.
I think that's my bias though, is like, I think the Monsters of Latin America looks so good. And I get it. Like, people are like, they're probably just going to copy and paste it from Hollywood. And it's like, yeah, you're right. But
the people that create the houses in Orlando
do not do the same thing.
Don't do the same thing that like John Murdy sets up over in Hollywood. And so I think it will be similar. I think it will be its own, it'll be different also. Like watching the Monsters of Latin America from Hollywood last year though, this morning, like literally we woke up, guys, dogs woke us up, had some go-go juice, sat on the couch, and before we started doing tours, Ben's like, I want to watch this YouTube video,
specific video
at like 5:30 in the morning. We're like just sitting there drinking our go-go juice, like this looks terrifying. Yeah. Like it was
those Latin American folklore stories are no joke.
Yeah, they're creepy. You got babies in baskets crying.
Bird creature thing.
That should have been the headshot we took today. People watching the scare zones absolutely agree.
Oh yeah,
absolutely
just stand on the sidewalks and.
In fact, I think we should send the guys through the scare zone and be like, "Hey, I want you to meet us at this location of the park. We're just post up over here." Especially if we know some of the scare actors, we're gonna be like, "Hey, go get him! Hey, go get him! Here comes. See the tall one with red hair? Get that guy! Get that guy! Earplugs, 100% agree. I actually have one of those giant like multiple
bottle things.
Yeah, with tons, like 200 earplugs and a thing. We'll have extra, John, don't worry. But like earplugs are
very
so
nice.
helpful.
Very nice to have.
So helpful. I completely agree with that. The first time we ever went through a house, we didn't have earplugs.
It was so.
We're gonna tell it every year.
Fun story. We're almost every age. So, Ob's first house was Legends Collide. 2022. Yeah.
HHN 31.
And Death Grip on the backpack that I was from. At Death Grip.
Yeah.
And we walked out of that house, and I was like, she's just gonna be like, I'm gonna go back to the hotel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Like, and I was like, oh my goodness, we just wasted all this vacation, and she's gonna hate going through these houses because she was just that.
I screamed a lot. It was a lot.
And it was a lot to take in, but
first timers for sure do stay and scream and have express. Completely agree. I only have 1 day, so we're doing RIP. If I can swing it, I'm gonna do a second day rest. Excellent choice there. I think that's fantastic. Like that's exactly the guys that are joining us are gonna be there for 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days of HHN. So plan is that if they don't have their daytime annual pass, aka military annual pass. Gosh,
that whole thumbs up thing, eh?
If they don't have that, we'll have them make sure they get their Scream early tickets. But let's be real, they're gonna buy annual passes. So for sure, gotta be in there for Stay and Scream, or else they're gonna be caught. They're gonna be caught. I need to just keep my hands down here. They're gonna be caught outside of that front gate way too long, and we will have already done like 5 houses before they get in. And then also 100% agree, getting that express pass. I think you have a wise choice though of only being there for a day and doing RIP. That is, for sure. You'll be able to get it all done, which is great.
Guaranteed.
RIP 1 night to hit the houses, then a second night to try the food and watch the scare zones. I like that. I like that a lot.
Because there is a lot of times where it's just like those food lines get long.
There's some booths that we didn't even hit up last year.
Yeah, because like it was like the federal one we didn't hit up at all because the Federal line was just
it like went around the
building, and it was just like, yeah, we want to try this Federal rations, but it was just like, I don't want to spend an hour out of my night waiting for a can of mushrooms.
We did officially get word that we won't be able to film as media at this HHN event, which is just fine. We still have some fun plans up our sleeves to be able to bring as much HHN content to y'all as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So
it's a little disappointing, but I mean, that's just kind of the nature of
we have a baby YouTube
channel. We have a baby YouTube channel, and we're
it's ever growing,
ever trying to improve. And hey, you know what? Maybe over the summer something happens, or next year, like either way.
But we'll keep going. And actually, we let the people that work for Universal and let us know. We thanked them, and we let them know that we appreciate it and that we hope they keep us in their thoughts for future HHN because we're there, we're excited to. The first time we get to do it, guys, we're gonna be stoked. Crazy. But we hope to be able to do it someday, and part of being able to do that is from the help that you guys provide us. So thank you so much.
Steven, we're happy you could join us.
Hi, Steven. Hi, Jody. Earplugs for sure.
Gotta.
31 was your first year as well, Aaron. Nice. That was our first year. We watched a lot of HHN prior. Somebody had to deploy a few times, which threw us off. But we made it eventually. So Jody says, I have expressed for both the nights. I'll be there. I'm beyond excited to attend my first HHN. Yes. And I think it's wise that you got Express Pass. Like, it does add up as far as the price goes, but it will save you so much time. Just the wait times can get so long. Especially on weekends. Yeah. So how does that work? The media passes?
We honestly have very limited knowledge of how it actually works. I'm sure Universal has a short list, but they do have a PR office.
Yeah, they have a PR office. To our understanding, as far as like the truth of what we've been told, is at one point in time, the Universal gods bless like, you, and then they send you something or reach out to you, and they have your info. So they decide. Yeah. That's truly my best understanding of it all. We just tried to get in contact with people and say, could we please? But really, the people we've heard and who have been invited literally have been like, they just invite you. They got a hold of us because they can find you. And we were like, wow, impressive. So I couldn't tell you all the details other than Universal's always watching. They'll somehow see this at some point in time. So I actually trust non-media list sources more. You guys are having the normal guest experience instead of the elite. Yes, I know what you mean. It comes with a lot of work.
Really, yeah.
I appreciate that, Rachel, so much. The fact that I know Ben will sleep for like 3 hours, maybe after the first night of HHN, just to edit and turn around and post a video. Like, you'll nap for an hour. You'll get a 3-hour window in at some point during the night.
This is probably just, again, ad nauseum at this point. But yeah, we got done with HHN at 2 a.m. night one.
Finished 8 houses, not 10.
I sat down in the hotel room and edited the video until probably 8 a.m. Took like an hour and a half nap, woke up, edited for a few more hours, and then
my job that day was to leave him alone and then go get food and bring it back to the room until he was done editing. Like, I love you. Here, I brought you a sandwich, and then go back to my space and like occupy myself.
Just put the headphones on and just go.
And then he had worked so hard, he had gotten it done, but we should have upgraded our hotel internet. Yeah. And we didn't think about like how slow it would be. And so it was like, instead of getting it out that Saturday after like the first night of HHN, it was like Sunday that it went up finally.
No, Saturday night.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. We were watching everybody else.
The
post, and we were like, we were there at the same time they were.
The one I found hilarious was that some people, and like I said, this is great. Like, I salute them for being able to do this. Is like, by the time I went to bed, people had videos out. I was like, man.
They also had media passes though,
which is like I said,
they were able to go to the
you
front
guys.
of the line, like you're saying, as far as it's not the normal experience.
They've paid their dues to be able to do some of that. And so our little baby YouTube channel will get there.
Also, at that point in time, we had just hit over 1,000 followers. So, like, again, baby YouTube channel. So yeah, someday. But in the meantime, like, we won't show. We'll rank all the houses like we plan to. Really, we're gonna jump on the food real quick. So, food. HHN food reviews from us eating it all, and then eventually showing people around, like Big John. So, super positive. Oh, thank you.
We tried it.
That's a big thing for us. Is like, we can only control what we can control. So let's just make the best out of it we can. And I'll throw a hissy fit for like 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and be like, let's do this. We've got films to make.
For us, it just means like, hey, like, just keep doing what we do, keep trying to get better. And that's the other thing, is like, we try to bring as much joy and excitement to Universal as we can, and share it with everybody else, because you guys love it too.
Unless we're at a mini meetup and Ben's getting rained on and he's been up for the last like 48 hours, and then he's gonna be.
That was my one.
That was your one time. I'm like at every other visit, but whatever. We're getting there. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Steven. Like and subscribe. Can't say that enough, can we? It's true. Like, it's very interesting how, I mean, just the channel has grown. It has grown, and like things are moving, and it's really cool to see. And
it's just a matter
who knows where we'll be a year from now.
Like the amount of growth that we've had in a year has been
substantial.
Insane,
so any chance of doing a live stream from HHN, or is there, actually that's not a problem at all. We could probably do a live stream while we're there.
Obviously not in the houses, but
like, we can't do it when we're in the houses, but while we're walking around, like, in fact, night one, it'd be kind of fun to be able to live stream a little bit, or of the very first couple of nights.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Totally. Oh, Stephen, you're so sweet. Oh, you guys are getting gifted a membership. Oh, goodness. So, thank you. Like, hard to express in words how much that means to us.
Where were we?
But yeah, we can live. I think I tried live streaming Ghoulish 2 years ago on our Instagram way back when.
We did, didn't we?
But at least now we also know, like, how fast will this go? How much battery life do I need to have to be able to share with you guys and stuff? So
lots of it's crazy how much you learn along the way, of like, I need this many batteries, I need this much, I need
probably need the gimbal as well to carry around for a little bit, so you guys aren't watching from a camera that's going like this, because I've done that before too.
Just caffeinated.
Just, and me in the background, you'll hear me breathing.
Why is it so hot?
I'm dying back here, guys.
Do you think there'll be a water show this HHN?
Yes. I think with Sensational coming in, that'll spring off the new water shows with all the work that they've done. And then I think that there will be a water show at HHN. I'm curious, because we've only seen Ghoulish as far as water shows go for HHN. I'm curious if it'll still be as like campy, excited, kind of cartoony, or if they can make it a little bit more like creepy. Yeah, because I do think the last few years of HHN, they've done such a great job at like, it's spooky when you walk around, and I think that the water show does shift the vibe a little bit depending on the theming of it. So I do hope that there's a water show, and it'll spread people out. Yeah. I think that's a big deal too.
Yeah. I mean, the one place that did soak up the crowds last year was Diagon Alley. Like,
not at the start of the night though.
So yeah. So pro tip for the people watching that want an empty Diagon Alley is that right around 6.
When the Stay and Scream's open.
Yeah, because
Like we would be in the New York Stay and Scream section. And once that released us, we'd go and we'd weave into the next Stay and Scream section. And then they had us camping out right after Richterberger before Chez Alcatraz. And then once they got the call, go straight to Diagon Alley.
Because we'd be in New York, and there were like 3 houses that you could knock out in New York.
We didn't even knock out the houses.
Sometimes we didn't, but like you could if you wanted to.
But it was empty when we didn't. It was great.
And then it combined with the Chucky Stay and Scream at like 6. And then you could like go back to Diagon, and there would be like only the camera people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a video of completely empty Diagon, completely empty Green Gots, and the dragon blowing fire, and it was like the coolest video. People were like, how did you do that? We're like, I'm like, oh yeah.
Like, and it was like us, Sam in Wonderland, Miss Wizarding World, Zarya, like all those people, like they were just there to take pictures.
Everyone's on their phone.
Just taking pictures.
And they were just chasing Death Eaters like they're cats. Like, oh, they went over there.
They're like trying to avoid it. They're like running away from us. We're like, no, come back here.
You can ask as many questions as you want, Steven. Do you think that Epic will be dropping in the next couple months? And any thoughts on Helios, Grand, and Dark Universe being, sorry, this heart blocks things out, being you guys in Living Life? Oh, keep being you guys in Living Life, I see. I think we can expect to get a Dark Universe announcement and a Wizarding World announcement, just like we've received with Super Nintendo World and How to Train Your Dragon World.
I think it's probably going to be, if I'm going to be a betting person, I think it's probably going to be after June 14th. Just because like everything will open on June 14th and they'll push it afterwards just to stagger.
Which part of that?
Like the next world announcement.
Yeah. I think we'll get another world announcement around like July and August. End of June. I think we'll get our next world, whether it's Dark Universe or Wizarding World, probably Dark Universe. End of June, beginning of July. We'll get Wizarding World or Dark Universe probably end of July, beginning of August. I don't think we're gonna see ticket information for Epic Universe until closer to the end of the year. Personally.
Yeah, probably.
I think we'll get that after HHN season.
After summer for sure.
There's
just
I think there's a lot of questions people have about like my annual pass, biannual pass. How do I become this for Epic Universe? How do I get that? And I think that there's so much that they have to navigate, making sure announcements aren't overlapping with things. DreamWorks Land being one of them currently, of like, let's launch this properly before we announce other stuff.
Make sure we're not basically cannibalizing our attention. Of like, we've got DreamWorks Land opening now, mega movie parade in whatever 2 weeks again, and then July 3rd you've got the other drop of wait, was that the mega movie parade? Was July 3rd?
Yes.
Mega movie
and cinematic. It was cinematic.
Yeah. So you've got a June 14th announcement, July 3rd
DreamWorks World. The parade. Yeah.
HHN, like, I think that if we're calling space, but I think that's why we got 6 original houses this week, was so that you avoided cannibalizing DreamWorks Land and the attention that it's going to get. But
I also think that the Grand Helios looks amazing, but I too think it's going to be up there as far as cost goes. Like, I'm curious if it will be a premier resort and you'll get Express Pass, but I'm also curious, like, will there even be Express Pass options at Epic to begin with in the first place? But I can see it being up there with, like, you're going to be paying top dollar compared to Hard Rock Portofino currently. Like, I bet you it's more expensive than those two. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Demand's going to be huge.
I want to stay there so bad, though.
Oh, I know.
Epic Universe OI meetup. Oof.
That hotel part.
They would be able to just skyrocket the price of those OI tickets if they were doing.
I don't know what you do because it is so big. Like, are you going to just rent out one land, or would it be the whole park?
It depends on how much you want to pay.
Like, could you imagine doing an Orlando Informer
You'd be able to invite a lot of people.
Universe? Yeah, you could invite way more people just because you could spread them out. But it's like, that would be huge. And you could charge an arm and a leg for it. But
it's true. It's true. June 14th, our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Also my parents' anniversary.
Whoa.
Hoping by August, thanks. I want to book as soon as I can to see Epic. And yes, I'm the Grand Helios. I know. Tribute Store has hints. I'm wondering how quick Simpsons will go. Yeah, we have seen a little bit of the Tribute Store. We have not seen anything about the hints yet, but we also have only seen what people have posted online. Yeah. I'm certain they'll be posting hints in there, or have hints in there, obviously. I think Simpsons it's going to go, but it's going to take some time, like as
Simpsons
far as like
contracts up in like 2028. You got time. And it's not, it's a big land, but it's not a big land.
Especially now with DreamWorks, like being its thing.
Yeah. And you already kind of you even shrunk it down a little bit with pushing that new ET sign out just that little bit.
Yep.
And so like, I think the going rumor is Pokemon, but that seems like a really tight spot to do a full Pokemon land. But
unless you don't keep animal actors, but
true.
Express pass, annual passes. Yeah, there's just so many questions about Epic Universe at this point. It's
going to be a crazy rest of the year.
It is. There's so many, like,
there's so much happening.
It's interesting how many people are shifting to updates about Universal as well, just based off of like what content they were creating. And now with all of these new things happening with Universal, it's like, oh, well, there's even more now. There's so much to talk about.
We leave our filming stuff like set up, ready to go, just for that reason. As like, if something drops that we can talk about it real quick and like
make sure it gets out to
edit it, push it out and go. Like, so
it's crazy. Well, I think it's about time to determine who is going to be a part of our fun giveaway. So, like I said, we have these hats. If you do not like the color peach or navy, that's all right, because they come in a variety of colors. So if you have a favorite color, whoever's going to win this, I'm going to let you select what color hat you want based off of the colors available, as well as you're going to get some really neat stuff that's Fudge Factor, themed, logoed, what have you. And we want to send you some cool swag that nobody else has aside from Ben and I. I've been wearing hats throughout the parks for a while now to keep the sun off the face, keep the stasis. And so we made some fun swag. We do not have merch currently to sell. I do not plan on doing merch. Nope. So this is a rarity. And we want to give you some of the cool stuff that we've made. So Ben, you have a random selector here, and you're going to go through and determine who within this live stream, you're doing the like, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
And then from here, whoever we select is going to get an email from me to follow up, because I need to know like shirt size and favorite color and some things of that nature. So Ben, who did the wheel select?
Boom.
Okay.
Aaron Tristler.
Aaron, congratulations. You won our giveaway for this live. Thank you so much for being here and joining us, and congratulations. And so Aaron, I believe we have your email.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We do. You're on our Patreon. Of course we do. So I will send you an email here this evening and give you some follow-up details that I need from you, so that way we're gonna send you some cool stuff. So congratulations, man. We really appreciate you for being here, and we appreciate all of you guys for really being here and supporting us.
We could not, seriously, like we could not do this without your guys' support, and like the amount of feedback and love that you guys give us, like truly like keeps us going. Because there are certainly times where it's like, busting some of this stuff out is not the easiest stuff to do. So like knowing that you guys trust us, knowing that you guys support us, like
knowing that you like the authenticity of like, this is really how it goes in theme parks and you do have to wait in lines. Like that means a ton to us.
It really does.
And it means a ton.
All of you that tuned in today, like again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.
And if you enjoyed this, feel free, let us know, put it in the comments, put it on our Patreon account. Just let us know, because we do enjoy doing our lives and we want to be able to do more special stuff for our Patreon members. And so whether you're here as a free Patreon member, whether you're here in the paid categories, supporting the channel in that sense, like we want to continue doing more for our Patreon people, because you do a lot for us.
You guys do a ton for us.
Let us know, and we will continue to do more for y'all as much as we can.
Enjoy your weekend.
Have a great weekend. Be safe and have fun. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Yeah. Thank you for your service.
I'm not.
Bye.
We should send Steve.